Don't worry about the language. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Muzzy Buzz. So this is going to be a little bit different. I'm just going to be talking about a couple ideas that I had in my head. It's very interesting. Number one, I've noticed that there are a lot of Christian apologetics who are attacking Islam. And all they're doing is now they've resorted to this tactic of just repeating and parroting ideas they learned in other videos, knowing that it's false and it's been refuted 100 times. But what they're doing is they're compiling them and then just going through a bullet point and not explaining, and then just saying that's why Islam is false. Like, for example, the issue of the qira'ah, the issue of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his marriage to Aisha, the issue of the preservation of the Quran, the issue of the drinking of urination. All of these things they're doing, and although it's been thoroughly refuted, any person with an intelligent brain is going to go out and research and say, hey, what do Muslims believe about this? They're not going to trust some moron on the internet. And if they do, well, they have obviously a very low standard for gaining information and knowledge. Most of the times what they're doing is they're going out there and they're just putting out this material in order to troll the Muslims, to try to anger the Muslims. But for me, what it shows is that Christianity has died. It is dying because they are no longer willing to defend what's in their books. They want to shift focus onto the Muslims. They think that we can't defend our religion like they can't defend their Trinitarian doctrine. Right? What's his name? David Wood made a point about this on the Apostate Prophets live stream. I wanted to shift the conversation over to the Muslims. It was becoming too hard for the Christians to debate, and we couldn't really explain the doctrine. And in that previous video I did, you can see that there is a clear gap in people like David Wood in their theology. He was unable to answer basic questions like, is your God all-knowing? Is your God cursed? Things like this. Can you explain the Trinity? Christian Prince, in another video I highlighted, he basically admits that the Old Testament has nothing to do with Jesus. But yet they heavily rely on the Old Testament, right? So rather than dealing with the tough questions, they want to take the same old arguments that earlier apologetics have made, and then they are trying to paint it off as a new argument and just compiling it in a bunch and not even caring about the response. And they know there are pages upon pages, lectures upon lectures, thoroughly refuting these arguments, but yet they continue. So what happens is one person will put it up on their channel, a Muslim, a polemicist or a apologist will go ahead and create a refutation, a long form of a refutation, an article, a blog, a video, you name it. Invite them to a debate, you name it. That guy gets destroyed, some new guy pops up, gets a new camera, modifies his studio, makes a higher quality video, and then adds some lighting, talks like a robot, and then all of a sudden, he builds up some following because there are people who are anti-Islam and they will follow anybody who is making comments against Muslims. And then they start it all over again, and then they get refuted, they fade to black, and then somebody else comes out and does the same thing over and over again. Whereas the Muslims continually make the same argument and waiting for a response. David Wood himself on a debate forum was like, I don't know if about Jesus. Well, Shabir Ali is going to answer. He basically wanted to pass a torch on to Shabir Ali because he couldn't answer a question about his own religion. He is trusting a Muslim guy on the stage next to him to be more qualified in answering a doctrinal question. Can you imagine that? This is how low Christianity has gotten. They are even to the point where they're trying to take what they call popular Muslims and make them replace scholars because they're tired of debating scholars. The scholars have displayed good manner. They have articulated their points. They have created refutations. They have created unchallenged arguments. And so rather than dealing with that, let's try to go after, Muslim YouTubers and this and that. And this is showing me that their core is failing. It is crumbling. There's no doubt about it. Churches are going out of business. Muslims are buying these churches and making them into masajids. They're making videos about Turkey reviving the Ottoman Empire. They're making videos about how, Muslims are just coming into the land and they're invading and the Sharia is coming. They are scared. They have made this boogeyman syndrome and they have made it into a business as well. It's a very popular way to get famous. No longer are they willing and brave enough to talk about their Bible and talk about the corruption in the Bible, talk about the Trinity and the illogical ideas behind that. Rather, they want to pick weak and misrepresented arguments in Islam and use that to somehow gain leverage and say, well, Islam is like Christianity. It's like us. You too, it's kind of like whataboutism. Right? Oh, yeah, we acknowledge we have it, but what about you guys? Right? Well, your Christianity is not dependent on Islam. That's the problem. If you believe it's wrong, you can't go and say, oh, what about Islam? Because it doesn't matter what a Muslim believes. He is challenging you on your belief. You're asking Muslims to leave Islam and become Christian, but yet you offer no substantial replacement for Islam. Nothing. Instead of doing that, you're saying, well, since I can't make you a Christian, let me just make you a non-Muslim. They will be satisfied if somebody becomes an atheist. Wallah al-azim. Uqsum billah. They will be happy if someone rejects God and Islam altogether, then remain a Muslim. They don't even want you to become a Christian anymore. They have given up on the idea. They have given up on the idea that we would leave Tawheed and become, pagans or Trinitarians. This idea is completely gone. They've been exposed time and time again, making fake ex-Muslim videos, fake callers. They've resorted to even making up fake debates like Christian Prince does with Fareed and other people, right? Zakir Naik, all these things. I mean, this is the level of scholarship, the level of refutation. They have lost all hope. So now they're trying a new technique, which is pop up a bunch of videos, make it look professional, regurgitate the same arguments, and then become irrelevant, and then have the next one pop up. But if you look at it, it's not working. Muslims, time and time again, you go through some of the other channels, not my channel, I'm fairly new, but there are brothers like Fareed, EF Dawa, Amin, many people, I guess, on YouTube that have created content that is refuting this, and you find comment after comment after comment. Thank you for doing this. I was having a doubt, but this eliminated my doubt. Or this made me a Muslim. They're even admitting that their own Christian apologists are lying. They admit. Christian Prince's fans are coming out saying Christian Prince is a liar. He's using fake clips, fake voices. Right? This is the funny part. They are killing their own selves. They have reduced Christianity to a religion that is simply a religion of hatred. It's no longer about Jesus. It's all about anti-Islam. Whatever Islam does, we're going to do the opposite. Right? That's the whole idea. The more anti-Islam you are, the more Christian you become in their minds. And I'm not saying that is an accurate representation of Christianity. Right? I can respect somebody like James White, who can be, consistent in his argument. But not people like, Sam Shamoun or David Wood or Christian Prince or even this new broker joke, what's his name? Islam Critiqued. All he's doing is taking work that is not his and regurgitating it, not providing any research, just simply parroting it, thinking that he actually has done the work on it. But he doesn't read Arabic. He doesn't know classical Islam. He won't honestly debate an issue about his own religion. So what are you offering? You're offering negativity and hate. And that's the reality. One thing I also noticed additionally before I wrap this video up is that many of the people that are helping the Islamophobes are Hindus. Hindus and atheists and people like that are maybe agnostic or on the right wing side. And it's funny because Christians hate these people as well. Christians think Hindus are pagans. Christians don't like atheists. But you notice that the atheists like Apostate Prophet are pandering to Christian apologetics like David Wood, because they're trying to not upset their subscriber base and fan base. Right? Let's be honest for a moment. Christianity thinks that Apostate Prophet is going to go to the hellfire. Christianity thinks the average Hindu, even no matter how much he hates Islam, is going to go to the hellfire. But they're more than happy to use the rage and hatred of these individuals in order to propagate their hate for Islam. It's ironic. A religion whose claim is that they are based in love is using hate to try to pull people to their religion or away from others. Think about that for a moment. Anyways, that has been it for this short video. I thought I'd put it out there. It was an observation. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you think the content is something that you like, please consider subscribing. Don't forget I have a weekly show, live show, every Sunday at 2 p.m. Central Time and 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you tune into that on the channel. You'll hit the bell. Therefore, you'll get notified of the new content or whenever I go live. So I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this video up there. Inshallah, we'll see you on the next video. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Mercy buzz.